Indeed, I've been asked to talk specifically about the review into a potential move of the UK's embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Our position is clear on the matter. Any attempt to move the UK's embassy to Israel is illegal under international law and counterproductive to efforts for peace. We completely reject any such move as illegal, immoral, and irrational. It achieves nothing for the United Kingdom, let alone the Palestinian people and regional peace. The best way to be thus prepared is to show exactly why this is such spectacularly bad idea. And here it is, why it is spectacularly bad idea. Jerusalem, my friends, is a very, very special city. And I know there are few students here who are actually from Jerusalem. It is an aesthetically beautiful city with an incredible history that goes back thousands of years. It remains holy to billions of believers around the world. Its unique appeal to people everywhere was the reason why the United Nations, the UN, in its 1947 partition plan, ascribed a special status to the Holy City. The partition plan was never implemented. And the 1948 war, in which Palestinians were forcibly deported from our own homes and lands, left the city physically divided between West and East, 1948, the Nakba. After Israel occupied the rest of the city in 1967, it immediately began plans for illegal annexation. Again, forcibly removing locals from our homes while building Jewish-only settlements in contravention of international law. In 1980, the Israeli government formally annexed the eastern part of the city, the occupied East Jerusalem. The annexation was declared null and void by the international community in UN Security Council Resolution 478. For those who study international law, that resolution was written in legal stones, which also stipulated, UN Security Council Resolution 478 stipulated that no country should locate their diplomatic missions in Jerusalem. In international law today, Jerusalem retains its status as a corpus separatum. What does that mean? It means a separated body. The final status of the city is meant to be decided by the parties, i.e., the Palestinians and Israelis, who then must seek international approval. That's the formula. That's the legal formula. International resolutions continue to ban foreign countries from moving their embassies to the city in an effort not to change the status quo that is meant to remain until mutual agreement can be reached. This was most recently reasserted only in 2017 and 18. And when Trump did what he did, in response to the Trump relocation of the US Embassy, there was a UN General Assembly resolution, ES-10/19, was clear about its deep regret at recent decisions concerning the status of Jerusalem and called upon all states to refrain from the establishment of diplomatic missions in the holy city of Jerusalem. The United Kingdom voted for that resolution and all previous resolutions concerning Jerusalem. Indeed, the UK, one of the main architects of the post-World War II rules-based international system, has been a signatory to all the international resolutions affirming Jerusalem's unique status, including the ones banning diplomatic missions from the city. In fact, the former British Prime Minister Theresa May, she was the Prime Minister during the Trump move, is on record saying that she does not think this is a helpful move, that the United Kingdom will not follow suit, will not move its embassy, and call on all other countries not to do so. What's more, this is not an area of great legal complications. The matter is not complicated. Time and again, the international community has affirmed Jerusalem's status quo as something that must not change until parties agreed otherwise. When in December 2016, the Obama administration then passed, allowed for a UN Security Council resolution 2334 to pass, with the UK voting that all settlement activities in the occupied East Jerusalem is illegal, they must cease and be reversed, etc. And therefore, what's more, this is not an area of great legal complications, as I said. Respecting the status quo is paramount until the parties agree otherwise. We have not agreed otherwise, my friends. Any change to Jerusalem's status quo in which an embassy move would figure highly is simply illegal. Illegal. My guess is that former Prime Minister Liz Truss had no vision for the Palestinian-Israeli peace. She had no vision. Trump had no vision for Israeli-Palestinian peace. We know that Trump had no vision for peace because he actually stuck his neck out with a peace proposal. He called it the ultimate deal, remember? Remember the ultimate, he likes to call ultimate, tallest, fattest, biggest, shortest, the ultimate deal. But it was an absolute dismal failure from the outset. We rejected it, and its place is in the dustbin of history. We really need to get serious here. And I want to use this platform with you, with my fellow Palestinian students, with the British students, with international students, because this is what matters. What matters is you, not politicians out there. What matters for us is the future, and you are the future. I want to use this platform, not any other platform, to say that we must get serious. Enough. There is no two-state solution without Jerusalem, my friend. So all those who have these illusions, I'll tell you, there are some here and maybe beyond, who have an assumption that Jerusalem will be Israel's one day. They think this way, that no matter what, after a while, Jerusalem will be Israel's one day. Let me tell you, that assumption is wrong, and it will not happen. There can be no Palestinian state without East Jerusalem as its capital. So there is no two-state solution without Jerusalem. Is that really where the UK wants to go with this move of the embassy? I don't think so. I do not think so. And I have spent the last month and a half with communities right across the board. Officials, political, civil, religious, grassroots, name it, across the board. And I can assure you, the majority of this country want to see the UK a guarantor of international law. The majority of this country, the absolute vast majority of this country, does not want to see the UK undermine international law, does not want to see the UK work against peace. I don't think a majority of the Conservative Party wants that either. The majority of the Conservative Party wants a UK that is in line with and a guarantor of international law. I hope that the new Prime Minister, who was announced a couple of hours ago, Rishi Sunak, will swiftly and unequivocally end suggestions and speculations about the British embassy in Tel Aviv. It should remain where it is.